But the first poem I'm going to do is something I think we all need to hear. It's called You Are Beautiful. You are beautiful. You are broken. I see the pain. It goes unspoken. You suffer in silence that feeling of dread. Inside there's turmoil from being misled. Sometimes it overwhelms you and you just want to cry. Your stomach is churning and you're not sure why. Inhaling his sickness, what's that all about? Consuming your mind and filling it with doubt. He creeps behind you and he whispers in your ear and he insists that you're not worthy. And it fills you with fear. You know, it's when you're wounded and experiencing defeat, that's when he strikes and turns up the heat. And then your head is pounding, it sounds like a drum, and you just want to stop it. You'd rather be numb. Now, you may seek food or have the need to attain, or as approval, your drug to freeze up the pain. Drinks will do it. So will the smoke as the devil's laughing at you like a joke. Sure, they'll numb it briefly. That's their appeal. But as a long-term solution, that's just not ideal. The stories he's crafted, lies that are not right, feels good for a moment, and it whets your appetite. And that's when he traps you with his bag of lies. He keeps you in the dark so you don't get wise. You see, he takes the truth and he gives it a twist. It changes the meaning that he hides in the mist. Deception's his tool, his goal, destruction. Tempting you with lies, that's the seduction. Why? Because he likes it when you're angry. He likes you confused. He likes it when you're altered. It makes him amused. So what do you do when the darkness descends? What do you do when you feel the walls caving in? How do you clear this mist of despair? How do you escape this evil nightmare? The way out? The way out is wisdom. The way out is love, the light shining on you from up above. So name that feeling. Take off the blindfold. Let love shine through you. It lessens the hold. Then take time to step back. Take time to breathe. Take time to feel it. Take time to believe. Then reach out to someone. Talk to a friend. It'll help you feel better. Then you'll start to mend. Little by little, one step at a time, then you'll be one step closer to feeling just fine. So, now that we know who likes the upheaval, it's all just a show for the one that is evil. Now, he'll still try to scare you. He likes when you're frightened. But now you know why. Now you're enlightened. And now you'll be ready for the next time he's yelling. Tell him straight up. You're not buying what he's selling. Yes, you may struggle, and it may still be tough. But don't think for a moment that you're not enough. And I'll tell you a secret that many don't know. It's that everyone's broken. So you're not alone. So when you feel broken, know deep in your heart that you are still beautiful. You're God's work of art. Thank you. That's the first poem in my I have two books that I've written. This one's called Insights for You That Fell Out of My Head. The other one is called Lighting Dark Spaces. That's the first poem in that. It's poetry and short stories. The second one, I just have to preface it. I'm a dad. I have two kids, two older kids. My daughter's 28. Her name is Danielle. And this is about her. I wrote one about my son, and this is the last poem that I wrote for the book. And just so you know, I got her permission. And you'll know why. It's called Frequency. Driving her to school or maybe to dance, we grooved to the music of benevolent trance. The radio broadcast the station I picked. The tunes that I chose accomplished the trick. I was her hero, she my little girl, growing up too quick in a sensitive world. Now a ball of confusion and emotionally charged, and my role feels reduced to an ATM card. Easily distracted, her head in her phone, and her posture conveys, just leave me alone. Drop me off at the corner, I'll walk from here. Dad's no longer cool, that's how it appears. Pick her up after school. She's in one of those moods. And I ask her, what's wrong? I just pick up attitude. I inquire once more, she responds, I'm fine. But the tone in her voice reveals that she's lying. Growing up is tough, and some things don't make sense, and she struggles to process, and the pressure's intense. And the challenges she faces are out of my control, but I just want to fix it. But that's not my new role. As a dad, my default is to impart wisdom, but the strategy now is to shut up and listen. She turns on the music, seeks her favorite song, and I notice a tear as we drive along. The channels keep flipping from station to station, and where it stops could be a helpful indication. The song that she picks, not really my style, but I choose silence and I take it in for a while. Because it's difficult to help if you're not sure what's wrong, but a clue might be hiding in her chosen song. It might be a look inside of her heart, a glimpse of her soul. It might be a start. Not changing the channel to what I prefer provides her control, and a thaw may occur. Because I'm looking for breadcrumbs, a tip I hope to find. I'm searching for answers to what's troubling her mind. I hear the lyrics, I seek the vibe for meaning. They often reveal just how she's feeling. We drive for a bit, and she starts to unwind, releasing tension, and our hearts realign. And after a while, I ask, who sings this song? She holds back a grin, now playing along. And the frost is lifting, the door opens a crack, and we move to the beat, and I have my girl back. As I slowly tune into her frequency, storm clouds dissolve, and she's back here with me. The song would change. We discuss you, musician, because she wants to connect once I learn to listen. Thank you. Thank you for listening.
Coming down for Richard. It's great. Thank you so much for coming. I'm always so impressed with people who actually memorize their poems too, because I always think I've memorized one that you guys are just going to think that I do nothing but talk about mental illness. I've got a poem called Therapy, and it's only 4 lines long, and I really should have it memorized, and I probably don't. That first poem, that was almost perfect encapsulation of the concept of coercive control. I don't know if you've heard this term, but they're starting to use it more and more for those relationships where it's based on a lot of love bombing and misinformation and manipulation, and that was pretty stunning. So thank you so much for that. I'm so glad you came. I hope you'll come back another time. Please join me in welcoming our next reader.